Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Deep Sky Farms, and welcome back to Mason County, West Virginia. I thought I was done with Mason County after we bought the BGA, but apparently Mason County's not done with me. We've got a lot of projects left on the table, and I kind of want to finish them up. And one of those projects that I talked about in the past was planting some new trees into the pasture area. So what I've done is we had two greenhouses that were making tree saplings for us, and we've got, I think, around 200 or so in stock. And we're going to use those in the pasture, and we're also going to use those to reforest around the trailer park in places and cut down. We're going to be taking down a lot of these dead trees here as we go. Some of them are good for saw logs. Some of them are kind of punky and we'll just end up chipping them. But we're going to be doing some reforestry. And what we're going to be trying out is this mod here. It's called Hand Plant Saplings. I don't remember who it's by. And I've tried it before. So we end up taking a bag and a shovel. And theoretically, the way it works is you walk up to your pallet of trees with this thing, and you take your pallets or your saplings and you load them onto your shovel or into your bag, and off you go. So let's go ahead over into the pasture and start planting some spruce trees. And I chose spruce because they fit in with the rest of the trees around here and they're pretty attractive. And I'm kind of curious to see how long it'll take to get these from nothing up to maturity. Plus it's an excuse to play around with the gator, right? Oh, I don't have that set up. There we go. Ooh, and it looks like we're going to have to make a load of honey out of here, too. Alright, so we want to keep this area here kind of clear. Hey, it looks like our ducks have ducklings. Alright, we're loaded up. We've got a tree ready to plant. Let's come on over here. And this looks like a good place. Oh. There, one tree planted. Like I say, I've got 200 of them, so I'm not super worried about running out anytime soon. And you can buy the skids of saplings from the store. Yeah, let's bring them all the way around here. You can buy the skids of saplings from the store, but I think they're stupid expensive. Which is why, if you can, it's better to make your own. Okay. So, this is how this works. You load up off of your cart. Or you load up off your skid of saplings. We've got 3 left. Admittedly, this is probably the slower way of doing it, but it's more precise than doing it with the Damcon. At least you can... the Damcon, if you're putting in a there we go. If you're putting in a plantation, it'll work. So we're out of trees. So let's go back and see if we can reload off this again. Yeah, so with the Damcon, if you're putting in a plantation, that's the way to go. But for doing single replacements, this is the way to go. All right. So come up and we right click and we reload our bag. And I'm really glad that this is working, because the last time I played with this, or the first time I played with this on Silver Run Forest, I thought, oh, that's amazing. But I couldn't get it to work. I just could not get it to work. I don't know what it was. And to plant is just hold down your left click and shovel, and off you go. There we go. Okay, so I'll carry on with this, getting these planted in here, and then uh-oh. Okay, so the jackhammering outside is done. And we've got our trees planted. I emptied out the greenhouse, the one greenhouse, and we've got 63 new spruce trees in here. So that's going to be fun to see how they come in and what kind of shade it gives. And, you know, we can always make some adjustments. We've got more on the way. So I think at this point, you can see, whoops, don't run into them. I mean, it'll be fine. There's no collision on them yet, but you can see where we've got them pretty randomly scattered around there. So that'll work out. So I think what we should do, given that the last few episodes have not really been paying attention to stuff around here, we should probably check in. Yeah, see, that greenhouse is out of water. That one's out of something. Water, probably. We should probably check in on that lumber, that wood's got to be taken out of here. And we should probably do a little bit more of a cleanup around here. We started by getting rid of those stacks of planks. We need to haul that thing down. And we've got these trees here alongside the tracks. So before we get into our big land clearing project back here, let's take the time to do a little bit of cleanup. We're still at 0.5. Yeah, I'm going to leave the time scale down while we get this cleaned up here. And once we get that done, we can either start onto this, or there's another project that I want to do over here. But I think we'll save that for another day, because I need to do some research and testing. So what I'd like to do at some point is get in and brush out all of this here, but I'm not going to do this today. You know, get all of this brush cleaned out here and along down in here. Oh, whoa. All right. I wonder if I can winch myself upright. B? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that'll work. Nope. Will that do it? I just released the winch cable. I don't know what I'm doing here. Nah, that's just going to spin it around on itself. Alright, well, we'll come and pick it up with the tractor or something. So what I want to do, now that we've got that sorted out, I want to clear out over on the other side here. And I guess we'll grab, well, actually, we've got the tanks hooked up to the tractor. So we got three little projects to do with the tractor. First one is to rescue our little XUV. Second project to do with the tractor. So we have, yeah, we've got water in the tanks, so we're going to fill up our greenhouses and get those back in line, and we should probably do a quick production status check on stuff. And I picked up a set of Kesla log forks to play with. I don't know if they're going to come in useful, but they might come in useful right about now. Let's see if we can flip ourselves over. Actually, let's... yeah, we hit that at speed and just kind of flipped ourselves ass over tea kettle. Okay, and we should be able to just... There we go. All right. That's good. Now, let's see if we can get the follow me mod to work. See, yeah, this stripe down here that I'm looking at, that's a fairly wide stripe that we can brush out and just harvest the grass out of. And that may be our strategy. Instead of buying fields and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Oh, is it trying to... There we go. I think it was trying to... Ah, I think I troubleshooted my trouble that I was having with follow me, is if there's too many vehicles for it to follow. There they come. Alright, cool. Yeah, because remember a couple episodes ago I was having issues with the log trucks not playing along well with follow me? I think I figured out what was causing it. And that you have to specify what you want it to follow, and you have to give it a second to catch up. So we're just gonna have the gator follow us back over somewhere over here. That's good right there, because we're going to need to access some other stuff. Okay, you're fired. Oops. And shut it down. And I know I do have the tank on that other gator, but it's not set up, and we've already got water in this tank here, so we'll just run on down here and fill off the back of the tractor. And those logs, those big ones, I think I know what we're going to do with that. We're going to play with something new after we do this, and after we clear out a space for us to work. What I'm thinking of is we're going to play with one of the firewood or multiples of the firewood production system. Because we've got firewood being produced by our backyard shed. But that's something that I want to move into its own dedicated space. So we're going to pick up, after we clear out at the back, we're going to pick up, let's see if I can get down to it really quickly. Remembering that they're in alphabetical order, we're going to play with this. I messed around with it a little bit on a test save. It's really cool. The other firewood production. Okay, let's go fill up the water, and I'll show you the other firewood production. And remind me, we've got to go through our production menu. And our animals menu. And we want water. Okay. So the other one that I'm thinking of installing, production factories, all the way to the end here. This is from the Seriola map. and it makes the same skids of firewood that we have coming out of our backyard shed, the one that makes the furniture that you saw it last time. The other thing that I'm going to load up or try out is this one. Oh wait, don't get distracted. Focus. These ones here. These are lawn and firewood customers, and these take, they don't take the skids of firewood, they take actual wood, so that will work for our blue thingy. And then this here, that takes skids of firewood, so that will work for our red thingy and our production shed. So we're going to set some of those up. You know, scatter them around town, have a little bit of RP going on. That way we can sell both stacked and loose firewood. And if we want to get into the lawn cutting business, I don't think we do, but if we want to get into the lawn cutting business, then we could. Okay, so let's start filling that. And while we're in there, let's have a look at what's going on. Starting from the top, okay, our apples are producing. Oh, actually, yeah, the apples are producing. And we need fruit and vegetable fertilizer. I'll have to get into that. Workbench, we've got a bunch of them in stock. And the sawdust, that goes to somewhere else. I think that goes down to the charcoal factory. Our bandsaw mill is making planks and wood beams. And we're going to change that over to spawning. Because what I want to do is I want to have our little wood miser feeding our backyard wood shop. And that we can manage it manually. And same thing for planks long. That's good. Now, our biogas plant is cranking away on crude oil. Have we got some crude oil? Yes, we do. And the diesel is distributing to hopefully our sawmill. That's good. Slurry we're out of slurry. Oh no, we're producing slurry. So it's producing kerosene methane. All right, that's good. Car production, we're not there yet. Our carpentry shop, I'd like to get that spun up a little bit more. That takes, it's producing wood. Okay, so what do we have? Furniture from wood. And it's got furniture spawning. All right, that's okay. Crude oil. Eventually, we're going to get into making sand and pipes once we get our quarry production set up. That's good. This is going to be our big one later on once the grass starts coming in. I'm not going to focus on alfalfa just yet. We're going to do grass because we have a lot of it here. Firewood production. This is the one that's up in the bush, and we're not using it yet, but we will use it once we do the road building project over in the back, heading towards the cow barn. This is doing what it's supposed to do, electric charge, and that's feeding our little backyard shed. Greenhouses are working. Yeah. Oh, these are the advanced ones. Okay, so these are working. These are producing organic waste and tomatoes and cucumbers and onions and all of that. And we're just going to leave those at selling for now. Same thing with this. And our large greenhouses here, these are the ones that make the tree saplings. So you can see this one here. I just emptied out all of our tree saplings for our little planting project. And this one here has 135 pieces. So these are short on, these will take either manure or solid fertilizer. Wait a minute. Tree saplings take seeds or solid fertilizer. And manure is a booster. I should probably fix that. These are still at the default. So we're out of manure, we're out of slurry, we're out of solid fertilizer, we're out of seeds. The only thing we have in there is empty pallets. This we're going to turn off for now. And empty pallets, we've got a lot of them in stock, and we're going to set something else up for that. Carton roll, these require empty pallets, and we don't have any available for that, so we're going to halt that production. What do we have in our production shed? We have lime. Okay, lime is good. We have no seeds, no organic waste. We have no fruit and vegetable fertilizer. Okay. And we do have a lot of firewood, so if we want to make more lime. And then our main sawmill, our big sawmill is... Okay. Our big sawmill is got diesel but no wood. So we're going to change that to spawning. This to spawning. This to spawning. That to spawning. And this to spawning. So we're going to have to make a load to our big sawmill at some point. How's our composter doing? It's distributing to the greenhouses. We're gonna need to dump some grass in there, although it's picking up organic waste from there. Smelter, nothing there yet. We haven't started the quarry. Trailer park, I haven't figured it out yet, but we do have a whack dry lumber. So we're gonna turn that production off, and we'll probably do a run to sell some of that stuff. All right, so how are our animals doing? We've got some slurry at the pigsty. They're doing, looks like they're good for food. We don't have any new ones in stock yet. How are the sheep? Sheep are okay. They've got lots of food. And we still have the same 6 that we started out with. We should be getting some young'uns pretty soon. Chicken coop is starting to fill up. That's pretty good. And they're okay for food. No eggs, though. And our cow barn. Yeah, okay, because we emptied out the slurry on the last run to the BGA. Okay. So we'll probably have to go and do a manure run up there. We can take our Ford up and do that. But we're not going to do that today. What we're going to do today is we're going to get this firewood situation sorted out. So we're going to drop our barrels off here, and we're going to grab our brush hog. Where's our brush hog? I'm going to drop this in here. Oh, and actually, you know what? We're going to haul this out of here first. We're just going to take a quick run over here. I'm going to grab the chipper, haul that out of the way. I was going to chip up that stuff on the ground, but I think I'm going to put it into the firewood production when we get it there. And eventually, I'm going to run a road all the way around here. So we'll probably probably clean with the brush hog most of this up. But we want to pull this out of the way first. Is that folded? There we go. Fold her up. And for now, we're going to put this up right over here. Out of the way of the... Where'd it go? Out of the way of everything. So now we can come through here and run back and forth with the brush hog, knock down these weeds and brushes and stuff, and start building out along the train tracks. There we go. That seems heavy on the back end, but okay. Alright, and we'll come back in here. And once we get a first couple of passes done, we can put in our production, clean up those logs, and away we go. So we don't really need that on right now. Let's have a look from the outside camera. I'm just going to run down to the corner and back with the idea that we are going to put in another road around here. For some reason I like building roads. It's a thing. Maybe I should be playing Construction Simulator. Nah. Alright. Come out here, the train has just gone by. Don't have to worry about getting yeeted by that. I don't know if I told you about it, but I did get hit by this train. With some, I think I was pulling logs. I think I was pulling logs across, and it just launched me down behind the trailer park. And that's why there's logs scattered all down the train tracks. And we're just going to keep going here. Up. Pick that up. Yeah. And then we can drop that right like that. And carry on forward, and I think if we go too far down here, we're going to get tangled up in a bunch of brush. Oh yeah, there's stuff that needs to be skidded out of here. So this stuff here, this is going to go into, yeah. This is going to go into a production. This is going to go into probably the small firewood. And I think I might move the bandsaw mill over here once we get this area cleaned up a little bit more. And I'm still thinking about putting the house up on top of the hill. I think that's going to be fantastic. So yeah, Mason County isn't done with me yet. There's lots of projects that I want to do here. It's a good map if you like building. Okay, how are we looking here? Nice. Just run right up there, get that cleaned up. This area here doesn't need to be none too pretty. And come back down here. You know, I'm surprised I haven't put out any beehives yet. Or wait, no, I have put out beehives. What am I thinking? We've got a couple of skids of honey to get rid of. Okay. There we go. And we'll give this one more pass in here, just to kind of clear the area up. I think what I would like to do with this eventually is pick up a skid steer or something, or actually get the dozer in here. And do a little bit of terraforming to clean this up and get some gravel put down. There we go. Get some gravel put down on our first road that we built in there. Okay, so shut that down. Now, these are new log forks. I haven't messed around with them yet. Can I make this work? I guess the first thing I can do is just kind of shove everything back over this way. And, you know, if worse comes to worse, I can always put a cable on them and pull them out of the way. That would be a good job for our new little gator with a winch on the back of it, actually. There, get this cleaned up. I don't know if I mentioned it either, but I've been messing around in the mods with XML and editing stuff like that, and I've recently gained the knowledge of how to put winches on stuff, so everything's getting a winch put on whether it wants one or not. Okay, how's this looking? Much better. And there's that little splash of weeds up in the corner there, and that road up to the house. Yeah, we're going to come right up along here. Okay. So we can safely get yeeted by the train. Okay. Let's just park this over here. And we're going to take our sawmill, or our firewood production. Our first one is going to be for processing smaller stuff. And that's under Shift P, production, factories. Firewood production. All right. Let's straighten it up, something like that. And which way do we want to load out of this? Yeah, that is straight on there. So we want to... Does it even matter? Am I just getting too... It doesn't matter. Because the one on the left, or the one on the bottom right, is where we load, and the pallets spawn up on the left. I mean, I could put it up here on the gravel too. Overlaps with another object. All right. You know what? That's fine. That's fine there. No, it's not. Oh my god. Okay, let's move me out of the way. No, they fired up the Kubota outside. I don't know if you can hear it. All right, try this again. And I think we're going to kind of put it, yeah, in this area here, because that area behind the concrete ramp is kind of a dead area. All right, so let's do that. Okay, and I think we're going to think we're going to paint down a little bit of gravel here. Just... not that much. I can't get in there. Wow, okay. Well. Okay, so let's do it like this then. I know I took a $20,000 hit there, but I'm not seriously worried about it. All I need to do is make another run to the sawmill and it'll be fine again. So we'll do like that. And we're going to kind of bring this gravel off here. Something like that. And what do we say? Second time's a charm? Yeah, there we go. Now, has that euchred us for anything? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, questione is, can we grab that with the log forks, or is this going to be a winch job? Let's try it with the log forks. I'm kind of curious to see if it'll work. And we'll unhook that for now, give us a little bit of working space. And I think if I can get these pushing up against a tree, sort of, or in 2 trees would be even better, I might be able to grab them. I grabbed none of them. Well, not exactly very neat. I wonder how many I'm going to drop before we actually get these on there. Well, yep. This may take some tweaking too. I seem to remember this being a little bit out of whack. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this was from the Seriola map. I may have just mentioned it like 5 minutes ago and I just forgot. But if I didn't, it's from the Seriola map. It's in the mod hub. You know what? This is no fun. That was sticky. All right. Up. Yeah, we're going to break with the realistic farming here for a sec. See what this thing needs. I wonder if it's possible. I don't think it is. I don't think it's possible to add a winch to replace it. Okay, so we're just going to go grab the little John Deere. Well, little. I can move decent sized trees with it. And here's what we're going to try. Let's see if we can pull ourselves in like this. That should clear the train. Yeah, okay. And see if I can just at least get it into the trigger enough. Was that going to get close enough to that? We're going to try. Sweet. And we're not getting yeeted by the train. All right. Well, I spoke too soon. Okay. Does this work? Haha, look at that. Nice. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do with this little buggy is we're going to start dragging stuff down here, and because I think I'm going to set up the other firewood production down here. Oh, actually, got a couple of small ones down here. Yeah, these are basically tops. I got the low-speed variant of this. And that'll take that. Yep, sure will. Thanks for being generous on the trigger. And then we're going to come back and grab that other one, and then the big ones, we're going to bring them down probably about where that one is. All right, here we go. And connect, and off we go again. So we're up to 69 subscribers. I don't know how that happened, but thanks y'all. That was pretty cool. I don't know if we're gonna have a 70 subscriber special, but we're definitely starting to grow, and I like it. It's fun. And I hope I'm doing a good job in providing you with some half-decent content. I know this map is, there's always something to do on this map. Just limit that up. And there we go. And I saw on... I saw on another channel, someone else doing a series, they had a wood chip production, which I think might be an interesting addition to our little, our little operation here. Okay. Yeah, this looks like it's good enough to go through firewood. So we're going to just kind of leave that there until we get our thing placed. And we're actually going to stage the rest of these with it if we can. Although these are mighty big. This one might have to come out. I don't know if we can do this in one piece. I don't think so. Okay. Well, in that case, let's take it out in 6s. Or a 6 and 6 and a couple of 4s. Yeah, that's good. Because we're kind of at the limit of our little equipment here. Although I could go and put the big winch on the tractor, or go and grab that skidder from over there. But I think that might be too big for what we're doing here. Yep. And we're going to come back. Just gonna go down past this one now that it's not blocking the road and see what we're up against down here. Whoa, there it is. That's a full-size tree. Okay. But that one's a straight grab. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I can drag that down in one piece. Train. Yeah, it's pulling it. Okay, so we got enough weight behind it to... Alright. Oh yeah. Piece of cake. right. I'm digging this. I'm digging this a lot. All right. Whoops. Except for that. You know what? We can buck this up right here. That's, there's a lot of logs in this tree. And somewhere about right in there. And these two, actually, you know what we're going to do is we're going to drag those. Or at least drag that top out of here anyway. And we're going to send this down to the automatic. And off we go. And that'll give us enough room to pull through with the other two. Yeah. Yeah. Drop that down. Just give it a little nudge back into there. All right. I keep getting those triggers mixed up. So we've got about 2,800 worth of wood in there, and firewood is being produced. So that's cool. And this one here, we'll just shove that out of the way. I know, when are we going to play with the large-scale logging toys? Don't worry, we'll get there. Oh, and we've got to still take that thing down, too. Alright, so where were those other two? Right here. So I think if I set up over here... pull this one out first. And then pull this one out second. Oh yeah, and we'll just ride right up beside it. Alright, cool. And then wheel them both in a little bit. Alright. Let's get in, lift her up. And then we drive away. don't think we're going to want to clear too much more out of there. So this is pretty good. So I just want to have, I'm going to take a quick burn up to the top of there because I know there's one log sitting kind of in the bush that we didn't get out last time we were up here. And we do have more trees to clear out of here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to pull that one off sideways because we were working with the yarder here. Okay, and I think that's about all that needs. Just to get it out from behind there, and this is all limbed up and good to go. Good. This is a remarkably capable little rig. There, all right. Whoa, this was not the way I had planned on coming down, but that's the way we are coming down. Okay. Okay, now for that other one that's over in here that's kind of leaning, I think we're going to want something with a little bit more mass. So let's pull this back in here. What do we got? Oh, actually, where's our skidder? Oh, right. Okay, so here's what happened. The FDR new equipment bundle dropped, and I'm in the process of switching over. So our yarder, we don't have a yarder. Our skidder, our processor, our buncher, all of that stuff is not in the yard right now. I need to bring it back in. You know what? We've got this. Let's use this. Is that the double winch? Yeah, that is the double winch. All right. And I still haven't picked up that bigger tractor. On the test saves, the bigger tractor was one of the first things that I got. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, let's do it like that. I was gonna say I'll unhook the bucket and loader and all of that, and I can run it off the front PTO, but I think we'll do it like this. All right, so we'll back this in here. Grab one of these. in theory, if we stand over here, oh, that's good and hung up in there, isn't it? Wow. Okay, good thing that we didn't try it with the little one. Yeah, that's kind of scary. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll give us a little bit of slack on this here. And I'm just going to see if I can catch the end with the dozer here to just kind of wiggle it sideways a bit and get it to drop. Ah, got it. All right, that's good. That's been bothering me for a while. It's scary, scary, scary stuff. And this is probably, well, you know what? Let's, now that it's down, we can limit up. This would actually make a nice saw log. So let's buck it up into. What do we want to do? How do I want to pull it out? You know what? Firewood. We're playing Firewood today, and Firewood takes 6s. And for that, what we're going to do is we're going to do that and this. Let's see if we can spin those both out of here. And then we're going to grab that other cable. Okay, so that, if anything, it's going to spin past the trailer. Where, oh, where is my cut? Okay. Interesting, the cables. Like, I'm curious, I'd really like to know how that works, where I can control one cable pretty much seamlessly. Okay, so we're going to pull that in a little bit. And if we pull that ahead enough, okay, I'm going to bring this here to 6. Alright, now did that disconnect all of our cables or just... Nope. Okay, so let's see if we can get this to work again. And then up we go, and we're gonna lift that whole thing. And I think we might just be able to skip it right over that. Bonus. And then those tops, we'll take them over to the pallet processor. Look at me just going ripping across here without stopping for the train. That's the advantage of 6s, I guess. Oops. Because you don't need a lot of room to spin them around. Alright, so I'm going to stop right there. There we go. And then we back up in here. Like this. And drag that over there. Yeah, this will work out. This will work out just fine. Okay, and if I'm standing here, we'll reel both of them in. That's incredible that that actually works. Like, given how flaky some mods are that I've seen and made, that you can control those cables that intuitively is kind of amazing. Alright, and then give it a little shove with the forks into the trigger, and that will be processing. And I suppose I should set this to spawning. Okay, cool. Alright, so next up, Firewood. And I'm going to save you the trip to the store and all of that. We'll see in a little bit. Okay, we're all set up. So the way that this thing works, so we can disconnect that, is we'll bring our thing in there. And we'll get a rough diameter. I'll have to turn that back on. So our current diameter is at 382, so we can move our splitting diameter down. And that's with the right mouse button to about there. And you see we've got the conveyor going into the back of our little dump truck here. And then we're going to set our cut length. What's our cut length? Current cut length is, 50 centimeters. That's not what we want. Current cut length is 50 centimeters. That's not what we want. And we change our cut length. Oh, number pad plus changes this here, 246. And for this size, we're going to go with 4. And our cut length, we change it by, that's changing our diameter. That's moving our, there's our cut length. Okay, so our cut length, we want it to be 60 centimeters. That's about 2 feet. There we go. And then we cut it. And we split it. And off it goes into the conveyor. And it's just dropping it right in the back of our truck. There we go. All right, let's make us some wood. So Z, B, V to split it. And we'll see how much of a log we can get processed at, or how many logs we can get processed at with this. Whoops. Split. And then drop. All right. See? It's working. Okay, so those are in 4s. And then to load another one is O. And it'll just pull one in. I guess there's a trigger radius around here. And to set this up, and this is what's our radius? Or what's our diameter? 356. Bring that down, 350. And we're going to change that to split into 2 pieces. How's our truck doing? Not too bad. Now these pieces here that it's splitting, this is just, if we look at a split piece, and we will, this is just wood. Plain old wood. I'm kind of curious to see how far will the trigger go. There's a nice big piece. $439. Yeah, I'm probably going to want to cut this in 4 or 6. I think we're set to 6. Yeah, we're set to 6. All right. Now, I don't think, in terms of just selling wood, the price that we'll get is the same price as we would get selling it at a sawmill. But we own all the sawmills. There we go. Okay, so it's got a pretty good pickup radius. That's good. I was expecting that we would need to. Okay, that's piling it pretty good. So let's pick up our thing there, and we're just gonna back our truck up a little bit and start loading the front a little bit more. Not that much. Let's see what that does. And I'll see if I can show you in the back of the truck here what one of these actually is. That's just wood, spruce, 0.6 meters. Which is sort of cool. Alright. We're going to come back in here on this. And bring it forward. 470. And to increase my cut diameter, or my split diameter, what that's doing is that's moving the knives up and down, you see? And that's just hold the right mouse button and move back and forth. Sorry, console players, I can't help you. This is kind of cool. Okay, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the time scale up. Back up to 5 and see if we can get... oh, yeah, we're losing some off the side here. We got a pretty full load here. And if you want to see one of these, like a real life version of one of these, there's a channel that I've run across lately and it's giving me ideas. It's called The Log Father. It's this guy down in Nova Scotia that's doing hobby forestry, I guess. Oops. Okay, shut down our belt. And we'll shut down our thing, and we got a pretty good jag on there. Let's pull ourselves ahead a little bit. Now, apparently, this works with universal auto load as well. And apparently, with universal auto load, they stack really neat in there. Is that gonna go in? We might get some on the back. I haven't tested it yet. Yeah, that looks about right. But is there a universal auto load dump trailer? Maybe that's something I need to find. Okay, here we go again. And we'll get our conveyor going up again. Or I wonder if I could put... I could just put universal auto load on the back of this thing here. Alright, we'll grab one more. $364. There we go. That's good. Okay, so what happens if you accidentally get out of sequence and you accidentally drop 2 down in there? Let's find out. It kind of splits them both. All right. Yeah. 273. Okay, so that we're below the minimum right now. And there is actually a minimum on this. I've tried it with those tops. Yeah, okay. I've tried it with the tops and they don't work. Okay, and that's 527. About there. And we've cleared up a lot of lumber, or a lot of logs out of here. Can we put some more on here? I think we might be able to run, if we back up a little bit. It's overloaded diesel. Actually, yeah, this thing has tension belts, so I should be able to put universal auto load on it. It might not work awesome, but we can try. All right, 527. And if you're wondering why I set the cut length that I did, that's whenever we had a wood stove, that was the cut length. Oh, we're full. We're good. Okay. All right, let's shut her down and let's go sell this somewhere. Where are we going to go sell this? I suppose eventually what we would like to do is have multiple sell points. Yep. Oh, this is just going to end up with crap scattered all over the road 6 ways from Sunday, isn't it? Well, you know what? I think there's a residential area. There's, oh, actually, you know what? I just realized, duh. We can sell it at the trailer park. That'll be our first, that'll be our test case. We'll see if we can sell this stuff at the trailer park. And then if it works out, we can put in sell points here and there. Now, have we got a skid of that yet? Not yet. Alright, it's coming. Oh, we just had one spawn. Alright, let's do this then. Let's hook up to our trailer and we'll turn around down here. Because I don't feel like backing it out through that narrow alley. Although this may not give us the room that we need. No, I just euchred myself. Alright. And we're going to get hooked on the tracks, aren't we? Okay, and I'm just going to run over and grab our little forklift because we can. Maybe that'll be the thing if we have one forklift. No, I was going to say, have one forklift for one side of the tracks, one forklift for the other side of the tracks, but no. Because we do need, at some point, to upgrade the forklift at the plywood factory. As we discovered, it was a little bit light. Okay, that'll work like that. And this can sit right here for a little bit. Yeah, that's everything there. Okay, let's go to the trailer park and install some sell points. And we're just going to cut through the back here and we'll see why we need to put a right-of-way in. Okay, so let's see how this works here. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is putting in, let's put in lawn and firewood customers. I wonder why one is 75, one is 25, and one is 50. So we're going to put our first one in here, I guess. Yeah, we'll put that in there. That'll do there. Okay, and then for our firewood production, our sale of firewood, this is going to go over here. Actually, let's put this one over here. And we'll say that they're going to take skids. And yeah, okay. Now, can we rename these? I'll have to fix that. And this has no collision on it whatsoever. Okay, so those we'll need to fix. No big deal. I lost that skid, didn't I? I forgot to... Whoops. Lol. So the way this works, that tipping point there, that's for grass. This here works like this. Let's see if I can physically dump this here. Or if it's just going to get all jammed up in the gate. So it works like a normal wood cell pump. Alright, that kind of works. These are over the trigger. Oh, it's a truck. Whoops. Okay, cool. So that works. Now let's go find our lost pallet of wood. There she is. All right. Back over to the trailer park. Whoa! You know, this Ford is mighty light on the rears. So, this one works like a regular skid unload. Doop, 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 doop. There we go. That's how that, $53 for a skid. Might have to make some adjustments to that. Whatever. It's just getting rid of the tops anyway. Alright. So, I think we're going to call it here. Yeah, I've got an hour and a half recorded. I'm going to have to cut this down a lot. We're going to call it here. Thank you very much for coming out. If you like what we're doing, think about subscribing. Leave us a like. Leave us a comment. I respond when I can. But I do read them all. Thank you very much to the new subscribers. Welcome. And share us with your friends. Check out autoplays. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, y'all.